Active voice and passive voice. There are two voices in the English language and they are as follows. Active voice. Passive voice. What is the active voice? The active voice, in a sentence, denotes that the noun or pronoun that acts as the subject in the sentence is the doer of the action. In other words, the subject performs the action or acts upon the verb. What is the passive voice? The passive voice, on the other hand, represents that the subject is one acted upon by the action or verb in the sentence. It can also be said that the passive voice indicates that the subject in the sentence is no longer active but passive. A pro tip for you to master the active voice and the passive voice and formula by which they work. Active voice, subject plus verb plus object. Passive voice, object plus verb plus subject. Change of pronouns. Active voice. I, we, he, she, they, it. Passive voice. Me, us, him, her, them, it. In present tense. Simple tense example for active voice. Brendan plays cricket. Simple tense example for passive voice. Cricket is played by Brendan. Continuous tense example for active voice. Brendan is playing cricket. Continuous tense example for passive voice. Cricket is being played by Brendan. Perfect tense example for active voice. Brendan has played cricket. Perfect tense example for passive voice. Cricket has been played by Brendan. Perfect continuous tense example for active voice. Brendan has been playing cricket. Perfect continuous tense example for passive voice. No passive. In past tense. Simple tense example for active voice. Brendan played cricket. Simple tense example for passive voice. Cricket was played by Brendan. Continuous tense example for active voice. Brendan was playing cricket. Continuous tense example for passive voice. Cricket was being played by Brendan. Perfect tense example for active voice. Brendan had played cricket. Perfect tense example for passive voice. Cricket had been played by Brendan. Perfect continuous tense example for active voice. Brendan had been playing cricket. Perfect continuous tense example for passive voice. No passive. In future tense. Simple tense example for active voice. Brendan will play cricket. Simple tense example for passive voice. Cricket will be played by Brendan. Continuous tense example for active voice. Brendan will be playing cricket. Continuous tense example for passive voice. No passive. Perfect tense example for active voice. Brendan will have played cricket. Perfect tense example for passive voice. Cricket will have been played by Brendan. Perfect continuous tense example for active voice. Brendan will have been playing cricket. Perfect continuous tense example for passive voice. No passive.